Good morning, you guys. So I have so many things that I want to go over today, and I'm so excited. So the first thing is, I did an unboxing yesterday or the day before for one of the books that I got from Thriftbooks, but today I got more books, and I would have shown you the unboxing, but I honestly didn't think it was going to be this cool, so I didn't tape it. But all right, so check this out. This is my stack of books. Okay. All right. So I don't know about this one because I had a free book and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And so I got this. So I have no idea anything about this, but it's called A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. And it just looks so good, so I was like, oh, well, I will definitely try that. So I got this one. I should save this till last, but it is just too cool not to share. Kill Creek. I have seen this book for probably the last 5 years, everybody talking about how great it is and everything. So when I started getting books from Thriftbooks, and they were way cheaper than going other places. I mean, I did used to be able to go to the Book Rescuers in Clearwater, Largo, Florida, but we don't live there anymore, so I can't go there. But this Thriftbooks thing has been fantastic. But this book is a first edition. I don't know if you can see the edges. I really wish I could get a really good picture of the edges, but they're just like chopped, and then you have flaps. This is a paperback. Who puts flaps on a paperback? I just thought that was so amazing. I'm so excited for this book. I am so excited. And this book is by Scott Thomas. So at some point I will have to do a review video for that because it looks awesome. All right, so I fell into the trap. I'm hoping that Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia is as phenomenal as everybody talks about it being. And I don't care. I'm going to try it anyway because I'm just weird like that. I think I have the other books in this series by Stephen Graham Jones. The Don't Fear the Reaper book is part of the My Heart is a Chainsaw, I want to say. I should have probably looked all this up, but I was so excited to share with you guys. The Decomposition book by Sarah Van Oss. I got this. I have been wanting to try Simone St. James. This one I think is one of her older books, the Book of Cold Cases. So I decided to get one of the older books just to try it and see, maybe follow her if I really like, what she writes, and continue on with all of her books. But it's so funny. My husband and I were just talking about libraries, and our library in town is very small and they don't have very many books. But this book, and so at our library, when they give you a card, it's just a little paper card. It's so funny. And this one is a high school, but this is their checkout system. Isn't that funny? This is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and I thought I would give it a try. It looks pretty good. This one. Okay, so I watch a bunch of people on YouTube. Kelsi from, it used to be Slime and Slashers. I forget what she's called now. I have to look that up, and I'll tag her in the bottom because I really love watching her. And a couple other people, but people have been mentioning this book, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a huge thing for Scooby-Doo. So they've been talking about this book, and they're like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Scooby-Doo. So I fell into the trap. This is These Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. So, and if I butcher any of these people's names, I totally apologize. I should have looked them up. But like I said, I was just so excited to share all these books, especially this one and the Kill Creek is just phenomenal. Like, I was not expecting it to come in and look like that. That is just wild. I will admit, these books are all used, okay? So, like this one, I did end up having to wipe off. I don't know if you guys know this. I used to work in a bookstore for like 8 years. I worked in a bookstore, and it was a used bookstore. So, you know that when you work in a used place of any kind, whether it be like Barnes and Noble, like Goodwill or anything like that, you know, I worked at Paperback Palace in Clearwater for a long time, and we got a lot of books in that were pretty rough, that were in pretty rough shape. I mean, a lot of times we just put a mark across the top and sell them for 50 cents, you know, which, funny story, I know, I don't know, my brain goes off in a million different ways, but a couple of the older paperbacks that I got before we moved away from Florida, they had the stamps in the back from Paperback Palace and the black marks on the top that meant they were 49 cents. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So, blast from the past, right? Anyways, that's all I really wanted to share in this one. I do want to share some stuff later on. I have a new influencer program that I got accepted to. So I have a discount code for you guys if you're looking for a new author or just a new place to get your books from. And I'll make a video about that later because I want that to be separate from the Thriftbooks. And that is at thriftbooks.com. They do not sponsor this at all. I want to start that out with, start it out with that, but they do not sponsor me or anything like that. I just really like being able to get books, and we are pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and it's very hard to, have to drive to other places to pick up books when you can just go online and you're sitting in your big comfy chair, which is where I am now, and able to pick up books of any kind, whatever you want, you know what I mean? So I am probably gonna have to make a shorter video for this too, but yeah, it's what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for coming along on my journey with all the books and building my library. As you can see, I got new shelves, so there's that. Anyways, that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.